During World War II, the star of the hero went to General Karbyshev not for his services in battle, but for the steadfastness of the Russian spirit. This is a telling case. He went, from the Tsar, to the Reds, voluntarily. And in 1905 Dimitri Milovich was dismissed from service. He was unreliable in the opinion of the Tsar. Although even then Karbyshev had 5 awards on his account, received during participation in the Russo-Japanese War. Later, he was brought back. Professionalism made itself felt. After studying at the Nicholas College, Karbyshev returned to service as a military engineer. He was assigned the construction of fortifications in the Far East. Then he went to strengthen the Brest fortress. As his contemporaries later said, Karbyshev went there voluntarily without orders. Moreover, he insisted on going there himself, because he considered the fortress one of the most important frontiers. But the reconstruction was not finished. The First World War broke out. At that time Dimitri Mihailovich was listed in the ranks of Brusilov. In the revolutionary period joined the Reds, already in the ranks of commanders by choice of the soldiers themselves. At that time there were no institutes preparing such specialists. In the same period he became a party member and a sought-after Red engineer. From the late words of Karbyshev himself, it becomes clear what he was driven by. Karbysh translates from Tatar as black gopher, hence my craving for trench labor mixed with love for the motherland is understandable. On June 22, 1941 Dimitri Mihailovich met in the Western District, where he was engaged in the construction of defensive lines. Dimitri Mihailovich was offered to evacuate, but he does not agree in any way under the pretext that a soldier should not leave his position in such a turbulent time, and continues to work on fortifications, and at the end of July he was captured. He was tortured. They tried to bend to the enemy's side and stick and carrot, but Karbyshev did not give up, and time after time he said, "My duty to the motherland does not allow me to start cooperating with the country when it fights against us." In the end, his enemies wrote him off after prolonged torture. The verdict is unequivocal: unfit for recruitment. Then they send him to the Mauthausen concentration camp at an advanced age. In the 46th year of the last century, the USSR receives a notice from a London hospital. A representative is called. It turns out that released from the concentration camp St. Clair in the rank of major insisted on passing information about the death of Karbyshev. He and other prisoners were doused with cold water. Not all of them survived. At the age of 64, once again doused with ice water in the cold, Karbyshev did not survive. But despite the long torture, he did not join the enemy. About 400 prisoners were liquidated in the concentration camp by such a barbaric method. Although the Canadian himself arrived a few days later than General Karbyshev, he was the subject of legends. In the USSR immediately raised an investigation and found the people who stayed with Karbyshev in the concentration camp. Then it was possible to find out. He set the tone for each of the prisoners of war. He did not give up on himself and supported each of us, even making a set of his own rules. Several people were able to repeat almost word for word the rules he created. Under all circumstances, honor is paramount. You are Soviet soldiers. The enemy must realize that you respect yourselves and will not surrender. Support each other. Be united. Forget the word treason. Neither in relation to the motherland, nor in relation to yourself this word should not exist. If you get a chance, run away. It so happened that in the year 46 Dimitri Mihailovich was given the Hero's Star posthumously. Despite the fact that at that time he did not have a chance to participate in battles, he did no less than others supported his soldiers in enemy captivity, did not surrender himself and did not allow others to stand aside.